of Mississippi. The Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will be first on the attack. Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Well, everybody knew it. Ole Miss blew out State last time.
And they put a number up on them. Everything was clicking, yes, and the Egg Bowl is always close. It seems like those games come down to something crazy. But last year, Hotty toddy put the smack down.
Yeah, it was Hotty toddy that was able to just handle the emotion in that game, right?
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Pressure coming, and he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you want to start fast, and you're a defense, that's how you do it. Get to the quarterback not once, but twice in a row. You're not letting him feel comfortable from the start of this game. Great execution by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. Morgan.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Makes the grab. It's high. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, the running back has it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Finding open areas. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Fry. Gets it out fast. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Use the play fake, down a throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity. Boom.
The RPO, it's complete. Still running at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball. So everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's That's a nice decision by the quarterback. When you run these RPOs, man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
Great place to start for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Kendricks. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown. Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. That's caught. It's Kane. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to try to get it himself. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll leave it with him. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. To the air, it's Fry. Hauls it in. At the 20, he's got space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. With jet sweep pass. Not much running room there thanks to this this senior defender.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes.
Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He leaves it with his back. At the 35, he's loose. It's a running room. He's at the 30. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the move.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Rebels! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Fry. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Harmon. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. quick strike complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're setting up the screen. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He wants it all. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's high. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the Rebels will try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Fry. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. he's got it from 57. What a beauty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Mississippi State going up tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give them the lead.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Marks. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Pulls and fired complete. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Looking for the time with the extra point. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just...
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try.
Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kendricks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's high. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He's got the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Extra point here will tie the game.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
On the move from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. A little screen to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5.
Gets away from one. He smashes his way through again. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. Scanning the field, it's Fry. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Buying some time. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give it.
There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to
touchdown, Ole Miss! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown in the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Fry. Makes the grab. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. This time they'll go to the running game. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go right back to it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marks. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give on the option. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Rebels! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, Dave. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Back to pass, it's Fry. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Kane. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Split backs here. Leaves it with the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach.
Turning it on. They finally muscle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Big, tall receiver, figured the quarterback has an easy target. Not this time, missed it badly.
And a lot of those big guys, they don't necessarily, some of them do, some of them are freak shows, but a lot of those big guys don't run great all the time, and you want to get physical and disrupt those routes and disrupt that timing. You could tell the timing was a little bit off on that one.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Fry. Unloads it left. This time on target. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Extending the play. He turns it loose to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The field goal is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal of the day. And, guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They've been running it, but now the pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Kendricks. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. And it is Ole Miss marching in.